faraway land, there's tales of tiny devils. They scour the landscape. They don't have morals like you and me, you see. They just take. They take whatever they want. Many have tried to stop these devils, and all have failed. I am determined not to fail. I will find the ants. And when I do, they're finished. But for me to find these ants, I must first talk to the locals. So that's what I did. I went and I talked to the locals.
Thank you for coming to my village.
Yes, of course.
Why did you come to my village?
I heard you have beasts in your waters.
You heard correct. There are ants in these waters. Why do you want to know about the ants?
I want to document them for the American peoples.
Your peoples in America knows not of these dangers. Ants killed my father. It happened many years ago. He was fishing to catch food for our village when suddenly a tragedy. Ants pulled him in. These ants are pure evil. They swarm in masses with the only thought of destruction. They can clean the flesh off a man in mere weeks. They have 6 legs, a mouth like no other creature, with mandibles to pinch you in very unpleasant ways. They have antennae in the front, large eyes, and they have 3 bodies. Anyone who thinks they have 1 body is a big idiot. Behold.
It was clear that the passion the tribal leader had against these ants was not fabricated in the slightest. He truly did hate the ants, and he wanted revenge for his deceased father. So I decided that I was going to search in the river first, since that's where his father had died. I knew that it must have dragged him into the waters and killed him in some sort of way. I decided that I was going to use my smaller boat, since the ants are so small themselves that a smaller boat was the only way that I could sneak up on them. If I used a ginormous boat, maybe I would frighten them. I knew finding the ants was going to be the hardest part. Trying to find where they hide since they're so tiny is almost impossible. I was a little afraid for my life as well, because what if they tipped over my tiny vessel? Oh. I asked one of the locals to climb into the boat with me to show me around the river and to point me where areas where ants have been seen before. We set out into the dangerous river, looking for ants that we don't really know where they're at. They could be beneath the boat or besides. My strongest fear was that maybe they'd be inside the boat. Maybe they'd eat me in my own flesh while I'm sitting inside my own boat. I learned how to fish from my father. He taught me everything that I know. He said if you want to catch something that you don't know where it's at, you gotta stick a worm on the dang thing. And I said, yeah, Dad, that's some good advice. So I decided to buy some night crawlers from the local Walmart before I left America to come to this forbidden land. My father never taught me how to catch ants from the water, though. I think he never really knew that ants were in the water like I do now. It's a terrifying thing, truly. I must be cautious. Who knows what they will do to this worm? Who knows what they'll do to my own fishing pole? Maybe they'll think my fishing pole is a delicious little tasty little snack that I also bought from Walmart. But at the same time, maybe they think that I'm a delicious little tasty little snack that is from Walmart. I finally caught up the courage to keep on rowing after I put the worm on the hook. The worm wasn't really doing a whole lot though. The only thing that we were catching seemed to be fish. I knew deep down in my soul that I was bigger than the ants, and that the ants couldn't do anything to me even if they wanted to. They caught the tribal leader's father by surprise because he was not paying attention. He wasn't worried about the ants. I am worried about the ants.
Oh, fish on. Oh, it's a monster. Oh, he's huge. Damn it, it's not an ant. Oh.
Once I changed my mindset from being afraid, we started catching fish. But the only problem was, I didn't want fish.
Mighty specimen. Dang it, I wanted an ant.
Man, can't believe I didn't catch any ants.
I conquered my fear of the ants, but I couldn't figure out why I didn't catch any. It was puzzling to me. I decided that I must come back to the tribal leader and ask for his advice. He knows where the ants live. He knows where the ants are. I must ask the tribal leader to show me the way of the ants.
I fished all day and I couldn't find any ants.
You don't fish for ants. Not in the water.
Whoa. Oh,
You an idiot?